the dignitaries to kindly occupy their seats. He who truly desires to love God loves only with an ardent and constant desire to suffer for his sake. Quoted by Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. I, Nidish from class 5A, take immense pleasure in welcoming you all for the celebration of Feast of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, who is the patron of our school and a role model for all youngsters. Today, we are also celebrating International Yoga Day. As we celebrate the feast, let us begin by invoking God's blessing. I now call upon the choir group to lead us into prayer. I request everyone to kindly rise. Join your hands and close your eyes. A warm welcome is a sign of hospitality. Words welcome fill the occasion with warmth and makes one feel happy. I now request Elisa of class 5A to deliver the welcome address and introduce the chief guest.
A very happy morning to one and all present here. Today we gather to celebrate the feast of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga and International Yoga Day. I am Elisa Lena D'Souza from class 5A and it is my honor to welcome you all for this special occasion. With a heart full of gratitude, I am delighted to introduce our chief guest for the day, Father Balaraju S.J., a distinguished member of our educational community, serving as the Secretary and Treasurer of the Mangalore Jesuit Educational Society. Father Balaraj hails from the vibrant town of Anekal in Bangalore. A man of profound knowledge and expertise, he holds an MBA and imparts his wisdom to undergraduate students in business administration. Father Balaraj is revered not only for his professional dealings, also for his soft-spoken and kind-hearted nature. His contributions and leadership have significantly enriched our society, and we are honored to have him with us. Please join me in warmly welcoming Father Balaraju R.S.J. with a round of applause. Welcome, Father. I now request our beloved principal, Father Melvin Ani Lobo SJ, to welcome our esteemed guests with a plant. Thank you. True leadership is not defined by titles, positions, or hierarchies, but by the ability to inspire and influence others. We are truly blessed to have such a leader among us. I extend a warm welcome to our principal, Father Melvin Ani Lobo SJ. Our Vice Principal, Ms. Aparna Suresh, is a pillar of support in all our activities. On behalf of the Gonzaga family, I welcome you, ma'am, to this celebration. Last but certainly not least, I welcome my dear friends who are the essence of today's celebration. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to our dedicated and enthusiastic teachers. Once again, on behalf of the Gonzaga family, I extend a hearty welcome to everyone. Wishing you all a joyous feast day. Thank you.
Thank you, Elisa, for your warm welcome note. To know more about Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, our patron, I call upon Ayman of Class 5A to enlighten us with the importance of today's celebration.
Good morning, one and all. Myself, Ayman Ali Khalil of Class 5A, stands before you with immense pleasure to highlight the significance of the feast of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. Our school is named after Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. Saint Aloysius Gonzaga grew up in a very wealthy family. His father wanted him to be a soldier like him, but Saint Aloysius always had a great desire to know and serve Lord. But his family was not always supportive of this desire. Aloysius convinced his father and joined the Jesuits at the age of 17. Saint Aloysius Gonzaga is patron saint of the youth, students, and of those suffering from diseases and epidemics. Aloysius took care of those that were sick with the plague, and he caught disease too. On June 21st, 1591, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga died. His feast day is celebrated on June 21st. Saint Aloysius Gonzaga is a powerful example of what it means to live a life devoted to God, from a dedication to serving others. On this occasion of his feast day, let us remember his examples and strive to follow his footsteps. International Yoga Day is also celebrated on June 21st. This day is observed to emphasize the importance of yoga and its benefits for our minds and body. Thank you and wish you all a great day.
Thank you, Ayman. Here we have our little ones of Class 1A, all set for the action song. Welcome them to the stage with a round of applause.
Please.
for that cute performance. We really enjoyed it. Dance is the joy of movement and heart of life. Let us gear up for a foot tapping dance performance by our class 5A students. For that mind-blowing performance. Now I request your attention towards the skit presented by our students highlighting about the life of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. A day of celebration remembering Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. Welcome to our classroom stage, where today we embark on a journey of discovery and inspiration. Join us as we delve into the life and virtues of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, our school beloved patron saint, through the eyes of our enthusiastic students and their dedicated teacher. We'll explore how his legacy continues to shape our community and inspire us to embrace kindness, compassion, and unwavering faith. Witness how his story comes alive. Igniting to spark of empathy and a commitment world. This is a celebration not just of a saint, but of the value that define us as a school family.
Good morning, class. Today we are going to learn about someone very special to our school, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga.
Who is Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, Miss?
That's a great question. Saint Aloysius Gonzaga was a young man who lived many years ago and dedicated his life for helping others and serving God.
Like a superhero.
You could say that. he did not have superpowers, but he also had even more important, a heart full of kindness and compassion.
The teacher starts explaining about Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, his life and his virtues. As the teacher speaks, the students listen attentively.
Now, let's talk about something exciting. Our principal has just made an announcement regarding our patron saint's feast day.
Attention students and staff, as we approach the feast day of our beloved patron saint, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, on June 21st, we will be having a small celebration in the school hall. Let's honor our patron saint together.
Miss, what was that announcement about?
I'm glad you asked. That announcement was about the feast day of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, who is just not any saint, but the patron saint of our school. It's important for us to remember and honor him because he is like a guardian watching over us and guiding us in the journey of learning and growing.
So, it's like he's our school special friend in heaven.
Exactly. And just like we celebrate our friend's birthday, we celebrate Saint Aloysius Gonzaga's feast day to show our gratitude for his guidance and protection.
The teacher then proceeds to show a video about the life and virtues of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, highlighting his dedication to serving others and his unwavering faith.
A look at the life of St. Aloysius Gonzaga deals mainly with his childhood and seminarian life, as he lived only till the age of 23. Aloysius Gonzaga was the firstborn in a powerful Italian noble family. His father was a famous condottiere, a mercenary soldier. As soon as Aloysius was born, his parents began planning for his future. His mother wanted him to be a priest. His father was determined to have his oldest son become a military leader or famous political figure, anything but a priest. As the eldest son of a princely family, he grew up in royal courts with many servants and plenty of wealth and comfort. In fact, at the age of 4 years old, he began his training as a soldier and a courtier. At 5, he was sent to a garrison of soldiers with some 3,000 men who were training for the war against the Moors. While staying with the soldiers, the little boy picked up some bad language. However, when he came home using the rough, coarse language of the camp, his mother was displeased and corrected him. His life began to change after he contracted malaria and suffered frequent bouts of fever. At the age of 7, he became attracted to prayer and turned away from the courtly life around him. His prayers included the Office of Mary, the Psalms, and other devotions. By 9 years old, he made a vow never to marry. Whenever possible, this young man would go out among the poor children and teach them the catechism. He had many friends among the soldiers and in the court who encouraged him to join them for their parties and celebrations. They wanted him to behave just like them. But Aloysius preferred to spend his free time in prayer, kneeling on a cold stone floor or in the church in front of the Blessed Sacrament. His friends and other students teased him for this piety and devotion. At the age of 12, he returned to his father's castle, where he met the great saint and cardinal Charles Borromeo. Aloysius had not yet received his first communion, so the cardinal administered it to him. he assumed the discipline of a monk, fasting 3 days a week, scourging himself, and praying at midnight on the stone floor of his unheated room. In 1577, his father took Aloysius and his brother Luigi to Florence to study and improve their Latin and Italian. As it would happen, the young man would develop an affinity for the study of the saints even more than his regular studies. At this time, Aloysius read of the Jesuit missionaries in India, and he resolved to join the Society of Jesus. He began this direction in life by instructing the poor boys of Castiglione in the Catechism. When his father heard that he wanted to become a Jesuit, he was furious. His family tried to convince him not to pursue that idea. Aloysius was adamant, and at the age of 18, he signed away his legal claim to his family lands and title. Later, his mother was able to convince his father, and Aloysius was allowed to enter the novitiate. He spent 4 years in the study of philosophy and had St. Robert Bellarmine as his spiritual advisor. St. Robert Bellarmine taught him to spend more time helping others instead of private devotion. Something terrible hit Italy where he lived in 1591, the plague. Hundreds of people died from this awful disease. Aloysius immediately volunteered to help and actively cared for the sick. He begged alms for the sick and physically carried those he found in the streets to a hospital. He washed them and fed them and prepared them for the sacraments. One day, he told his spiritual director, Robert Bellarmine, that he had a premonition he would die soon. At that time, hospitals were not the clean, orderly places with which we are familiar today. Aloysius soon contracted this deadly plague. The young Jesuit was soon confined to a bed. While he was sick, he asked for viaticum. He thought he was dying. He recovered from the disease in a few weeks. Then, later on, he confessed he was too impatient in looking forward to death. A fever persisted after his recovery, and he was so weak he could scarcely rise from bed. But as long as he could rise up, he would worship on his knees before the crucifix. It was revealed to him that he would pass on the octave of Corpus Christi. Though he had appeared much better in the days preceding the feast, St. Aloysius Gonzaga did in fact die on the octave of Corpus Christi, June 21st, 1591. He was canonized in 1726 and named patron of all students in 1729. Aloysius shows that young people are not too young to become saints. During his life, he had focused on doing what God wanted, serving and loving God and his neighbor, being a man for others.
The students then discuss among themselves what they can do to emulate the virtues of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga in their daily life, fostering a sense of community and empathy.
You know, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga was really compassionate towards the sick and needy. Maybe we can volunteer at a local charity or visit the elderly at a nursing home. That's a great idea. And remember how he always put others before himself. We can try to do small acts of kindness every day, like help a classmate with their homework or share our lunch with someone who forgot theirs.
Yeah, and he was known for his strong faith and devotion to God. Maybe we can start each day with a mantra prayer or reflection just like he did.
Saint Aloysius Gonzaga also valued education and learning. We can honor him by studying hard and being attentive in the class, just like he would have wanted.
And let's not forget about his humility. Even though he came from a noble family, he treated everyone with kindness and respect. Let us try to be humble and respectful towards our classmates, teachers, and everyone we meet.
I'm so impressed by all your ideas. It's wonderful to see you all inspired by the life of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. Remember, even small acts of kindness and compassion can make a big difference in the world around us.
The students nod in agreement, feeling empowered to make a positive impact in their community and emulate the virtues of their patron saint, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. The skit concludes with the students feeling motivated to put their ideas into action, fostering a sense of community and empathy in their daily lives.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, friends, for that wonderful performance. International Yoga Day is celebrated every year on June as a global event. Yoga is a path towards total harmony of body, mind, and spirit. Yoga provides us good health.
Why is yoga better than exercise? If you have inner peace, you have everything. Yoga helps achieve inner peace from day one. The body goes through stress each day, every hour. A small amount of your time should be dedicated to meditation or yoga. Yoga helps in the spiritual healing of your body. It serves as a connecting medium between your soul, body, and nature, giving you the relaxation one craves. A person who has a sleeping disorder can benefit from yoga. Simple positions will help you have a sound sleep, while exercising will put your body furthermore in stress. Exercising is great for building up muscles or for losing weight. Yoga, however, focuses entirely on the growth of your body along with your soul. Yoga helps in relieving the pain in your muscles and between your joints, giving back your flexibility and youthful days. When you are angry or in a rage, exercising will exert the pressure out of your body, putting you in stress. Yoga, however, helps you cope up with the reality of the world. It helps you learn acceptance and patience, always peace over rage. If you want to improve your lifestyle, make yoga a part of your routine. Yoga helps improve your digestive system, your bowel movements. It helps get rid of severe headaches and backaches. It helps a person suffering from high or low blood pressure and people with depression. Yoga's prime focus is restoring the energy in your body, leaving you with a refreshing feeling and revitalized self. It improves your blood circulation along with purification and detoxification, enriching your body with surplus oxygen. Exercise's primary focus is to burn calories and build up muscles. It makes you tired at the end, whereas yoga energizes you to perform well in your upcoming tasks. Yoga makes your body flexible. The more you practice, the more elastic your body becomes. Exercise, on the other hand, makes your muscles stiff. When a person exercises, the risk of muscle injury is involved. People can go in cardiac arrest in putting too much pressure on the body. In contrast, yoga is a safer choice because it focuses on the alignment of the body with no risks involved. The only risk involved is restoring your youth. People who are hesitant or get heavy palpitations, irregular breathing, yoga helps to overcome those things. It gives you self-confidence, making you believe in yourself.
The students from class 1A, 2A and 5A are here to perform various asanas. The word yoga is derived from the Sanskrit word yuj, signifying to join or to combine or to unite. Yoga improves health and strength of body. It's also help in hard work.
ಚಕ್ರಾಸನ, ವೃಕ್ಷಾಸನ. Butterfly pose, Ustrasana, Padmasana. Turtle pose, Pavana Muktasana, butterfly pose.
What is truth? What is untruth? It is not in the words that you speak. It is in the way you hold the life within you. It is in the way you are. Whether you are a crawling worm or a big human being, when sun comes up,
Bhujangasana, Setubandha Sarvangasana.
whoever opens his eyes.
Paschimottasana, Dhanurasana.
The best way to understand yoga is try it out yourself. Thank you, friends, for that beautiful yoga display. May I now invite the dignitaries to take their seat on the dais. I now invite the chief guest of today's program, Father Balaraju RSJ, to come forward and address the gathering.
Good morning, all of you. Wow, resounding response. Reverend Father Melvin Lobo SJ, the principal, Mrs. Aparna Sain, the vice principal, members of the faculty, and all the teaching and non-teaching staff, and most important, my dear, very little children, you are the most important attraction of the day. My dear children, when we were small, our parents and teachers used to tell us stories. But now you may not like much stories, but you must be watching TV, am I right? Or at least mobile? Yes, what do you like most? Cartoon Network or advertisements? I can't hear. Okay. There is one particular ad about a detergent called Surf Excel. If you watched, you remember. If not, watch it. This is all about a small boy standing outside the football court, and there are other children playing in the ground. The incident is this: there are children playing football, and their clothes were so dirty, and one of their friends was just standing outside with a clean t-shirt, jersey. Then after the game was over, one of the boys runs towards his friend who was standing outside the ground, and he wanted to embrace him, but comes very close and he does not embrace. The reason is his clothes were dirty and his clothes were very clean, completely without any stain on his shirt. Then what this boy does was, standing outside the ground, he places both his hands on the mud, applies all over his shirt, and he opens both the hands and embraces that boy or his friend who was already dirty. Now, why I'm saying this is, if you have watched that clipping or the video on the life of St. Aloysius, this is what exactly St. Aloysius did in his life. His father wanted him to be a soldier, later an army commander, live in a royal family just like we live in apartments today. And his mother wanted him to be a priest, live in the church or whatever, but he had a totally different aspect, or he wanted to be something different. Therefore, he leaves his royal family and all the facilities that he had, and he goes to the streets for what? To care for the plague victims. If you have watched that clipping or the photo, see that old man whom he is carrying, he was a plague victim. He goes down to their level to serve them. And finally, he also contracts the disease and dies. And watch one more thing. In the statue of St. Aloysius, he is holding a flower. Have you noticed? That is lily flower. Now, what does that flower symbolize? Exactly, you symbolize one of the most important characteristics of a child. What is that? If I ask your teachers, they would say naughtiness. No, it's innocence, right? Innocence is something that symbolizes that little flower or the lily flower which St. Aloysius is holding. And that's what you are. What is the most important significance of this lily flower or the character of innocence is divine. Therefore, we distinguish between divine and human. Divine is give, and forgive. Whereas human is get, and forget. St. Aloysius moves from being human to divine. He gave all that he had. Finally, he gave his life itself for the service of these plague victims. What can you learn from the life of St. Aloysius? It just give all that you have. Help your friends. Help your neighbors. How can you help? You don't have to give them money. You don't have to share your possessions, but help in giving first time. Give them some time. Help them with your little knowledge. Help your friends. And then you also can be like St. Aloysius, give, and transform the others. Therefore, learn one aspect. Be innocent as you are. Children, also be like divine. Give, forgive, give for others. That's what we also stand for our motto. Men and women for others. You be first children for others. Okay? Thank you so much. May God bless all of you. May St. Aloysius continue to inspire us to be transferring from human to divine. Thank you so much. Happy feast.
Thank you, Father. We are honored to hear your encouraging speech. The power of positive thinking is reinforced by positive speech. May I now request your dear principal, Father Melvin Anil Lobo SJ, to share his message on this auspicious day.
Chief guest of today's celebration of our feast, St. Aloysius Gonzaga School, Father Balaraju, Vice Principal Miss Aparna Suresh, all the teachers, the staff members, and my dear students. First of all, I would like to wish all of you a very happy feast of St. Aloysius Gonzaga. Happy feast. we are celebrating the feast of our own school, the patron saint. The school is named after Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, and we call our school as Gonzaga School. It is after his name. And this month, you have learnt about this very saint, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. Lots of things are shared to you during the assembly as well as today's celebration. All of you have come to know Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. Right, students? Okay. And today's chief guest also has highlighted beautifully the life of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. I just want to once again paraphrase what Father has said. There are two images of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, if you have seen. One image is what Father said. He is holding the lily flower, the little flower. And also there is a image of Jesus, the crucified image of Jesus in his hand. And he looks at them. That image is very familiar to all of you. He is looking at those two things. Father has already explained to you what is the meaning of that, the flowers, the innocence. And the other aspect is he looking at the crucifix means he had great love for God. So we come to know St. Aloysius Gonzaga had great love for God and was ready to let go anything in his life. All kinds of things. That is one. Second thing is, you have seen another image. The image which is very familiar to all of you. St. Aloysius Gonzaga carrying a plague-stricken person. Have you seen this image? It is there in our school. Where is it? At the entrance. When you get into the school, you see at the left-hand side, and the water fountain also is there. And sometimes the fountain is put there. And the statue of St. Aloysius Gonzaga carrying the plague-stricken person. What does that symbolize? It symbolizes that he had great love for people. He had great love for people who were suffering. So we see two aspects of St. Aloysius Gonzaga. One is great love for God. Another is his great love for people, especially those who were in difficulty. And we know what happened to St. Aloysius Gonzaga. Dear students, as we are celebrating the feast day of St. Aloysius Gonzaga, his example is something that we can all cherish. Do you like the life example of St. Aloysius Gonzaga? Yes? Yes. Dear students, he was also a student when he died. And he was a great student. And through him we can learn that we too have to be good in our studies. Give ourselves in terms of studies to be a good student, because St. Aloysius Gonzaga was a great student. He was studying, he finished his philosophy and he was studying theology. Secondly, he kept away from all kinds of distraction. He said he focused himself in terms of devotion, in terms of giving his life to God, rather than getting distracted with many things. We have many things to get distracted. We learn something beautiful from the life of St. Aloysius Gonzaga, not to be distracted, but to be focused in terms of studies, in terms of giving our best in our life. And thirdly, students, to love people around us. First of all, our own parents, our siblings, and people in the neighborhood. Do you hear me? Do we need to love people around us? Yes or no? Yes. Students, you all give something on your birthdays. That is also a beautiful act of yours. That you give something, and from there we take that amount and help people who are in need. Dear students, let these beautiful qualities grow in us after the example of St. Aloysius Gonzaga. As we celebrate his feast, let us also imbibe these beautiful qualities. Let us grow in our love towards people, love towards God, and also focus our life in terms of studies and all that is good for us. Wish all of you once again a very happy feast which will be celebrated tomorrow. We are celebrating today. Also to all the teachers, I would like to wish all of you a very happy feast, dear teachers and the staff members. And I would like to specially thank our chief guest for gracing today's occasion, Father Balaraju, and giving a beautiful message to all of us. Also thank all the teachers who have given your best for this beautiful program. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Father, for the inspiring speech. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. Gratitude unlocks fullness of life. I now call upon Daksh of Class 5A to propose the vote of thanks.
Let me begin with a quote by Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. It is better to be a child of God than the king of the world. Respected principal, vice principal, esteemed chief guests, teachers, and dear fellow students, as we draw the curtains on this memorable celebration of the feast of our patron saint, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, I stand here with a heart full of gratitude. Our deepest gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Father Balaraju RSJ, for gracing us with your presence and enlightening us with your inspiring message. I now request our beloved principal to hand over a token of appreciation to Father Balaraj. Our sincere thanks to our principal, Father Melvin Anil Lobo S.J., for his unwavering support and guidance, which has been instrumental in making this event a success. We are truly grateful for your vision and leadership. We extend our sincere appreciation to our Vice Principal, Ms. Aparna Suresh, for her constant encouragement and valuable insights. A special thanks to all the coordinators of today's program and all the teachers who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth execution of this event. To our talented performers who captivated us with their prayer, welcome speech, dance, drama, and video presentation, your dedication and passion have left an indelible mark on our hearts. Thank you, dear friends, for the wonderful performances. Let us also acknowledge the significance of Yoga Day, beautifully highlighted through the display and informative session, reminding us of the importance of holistic well-being. Last but not the least, to each and every one of you present here today, thank you for your enthusiastic participation and unwavering support. With that, on behalf of St. Aloysius Gonzaga School, I express our deepest gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of this celebration. Let the spirit of St. Aloysius Gonzaga continue to inspire us to strive for excellence in all our endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Daksh, for the wonderful words of gratitude. As we have come to the end of this program, I would like to conclude with the following quote. He who wishes to love God does not truly love Him if he has not an ardent or constant desire to suffer for His sake. Thank you all. Have a great day.